Mcclelland. She is, take a deep breath, Head of Spiritual and Pastoral Care for the Leicester Partnership NHS Trust, where she leads a multi-faith chaplaincy team. She also holds an MSc in palliative care, and all of this experience can be found in her newly published book, Call the Chaplain. Hospital chaplaincy, as she herself will say, is not for the faint-hearted. But in her book, she describes the job very clearly, very movingly, and without shrinking away from some of the ghastly things that she's experienced and seen. Kate, nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. First of all, congratulations on the title. I think to Call the Chaplain, absolutely brilliant. But why, you're such a busy person, why write the book?
Actually, that's a very good question. I still don't know the answer to it. What actually happened was that about 18 months ago, I received an email from the publishing director at Canterbury Press. Now, we are a family notorious for pranks. We cause our mother some terrible distress. Me and my sister send her letters, one from him actually, one from the bishop, one from the council. All terrible letters, and she falls for them every time.
Oh, bless her.
I know, it's awful, really.
You're cruel, really.
We are terribly cruel. And so I had this email one day, out of the blue, saying, I've read an article, I had written an article in a magazine, a Christian magazine, and we would love you to come down and have lunch with us to write a book. And I thought, do you know, it's not even a very good one, this one.
I'm not falling for that.
I'm not falling for that rubbish. So I was just about to pen an email back to my sister, thinking, please, try harder. And I thought, I'd just check it out, this name. And it was, in fact, the top editing director of Canterbury Press. So I thought, ooh, okay. So I sent an email back saying, yes, that would be lovely, thinking mad. And she said, oh, would you like to come next week? And I thought, really? So I said, yes, of course I would, thinking I'm in now Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
Madness.
Yes. This is not your life.
No, this is somebody else's. I got on the train to London. She did take me to an Italian restaurant. She did say, we'd like you to write a book. And I'm looking at her across the, trying to stuff pizza in my face, thinking, what? I can't hardly string a sentence together. What? Yeah. And then she said, we love your writing, we really like you. You've got a very distinct style, it's very emotional. We don't want an academic book, thank goodness I thought, academic writer. We want you to write a book. Go back and put a proposal together, which I did. She then had to help me with that because I didn't know what I was doing. And she's very patient and very, very encouraging, lovely, lovely lady. And then she said, oh, I'll send you a contract, see you in a year then.
Right. You're on your own.
And I said, do you want to see a chapter, see if I can do it? Because I'd written a 1,000-word article, and she wanted 70,000 words. No, she said, just send it in a year. Rightio. Off we went. Did.
And you did, absolutely.
And that's what I did. And to be honest, it was straight from the heart. And because the Masters have been such a different experience with, you know, the supervisor going, no, we're slashing it all and putting it all on
red
the
pen.
Oh, red pen. Yeah. I'd sort of just this was my release, my sort of, you know, I'd sort of walk away from the computer saying, I'm useless. And I'd sort of put my music in and think, my book, let me relax. And it just would flow out. What are we on now? Dying Matters, right. And it would just come. And I loved it, I absolutely loved it. And I didn't really sort of mess it about too much, thinking that Canterbury would then
they
start.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Put it in, they went, oh, we love it, thank you very much. I mean, they obviously, a professional editor sort of type, I mean, I can't construct a sentence. I don't even know where a capital letter and a full stop comes, as people will tell you. But, I mean, they did that bit. But as for, they never removed a word or anything from it. They just kept it completely, I was shocked. Completely shocked.
Is it really as easy as this?
They didn't want to move things, change things.
No.
And they left it.
And it does flow, in fairness, but I haven't read it all, but the part that I have started to read does flow very nicely. And I just think, you're welcome, but I do think that it can't be like your job. You know, your job can't have a flow to it, surely, because you're being called here and called there, and somebody wants you, and somebody wants you over there. So how did you manage to get it so ordered?
Well, that was Christine from Canterbury sort of said, what we're looking for is you're very down to earth, be yourself. And I didn't want it to be something that was on a pedestal that people thought, very nice, I'm never going to be that person. So I wanted to make sure that that I'd included where I'd gone terribly wrong. I still go terribly wrong every day. You know, I'm still walking, 9% of my job is walking the wards and the units, and, you know, I still get in my car and think, oh my goodness, what did I do that for? You know, every day, and try and journal and learn and keep trying to get better all the time. You know, we're always learning. So I wanted it to be that sort of book that people would think, oh yes, you know, and identify with it. You know, we make mistakes, we're very human. But really, she sort of said, so people can learn from it, this is the sort of structure. And that's, so once we got the structure, I sort of then was working to that, and that's how it came about. But there's only 3 people that read it before it went in.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
There was sort of 2 proofreaders who just spent the time going, don't you know what a capital letter is?
It's not a semicolon, really, Kate, please.
Yeah. And one was a friend who sent it back and said, just kept putting sparkly stars on it and saying, well done, I love it. And the other one was then my mum, who just said, I've just cried through this, don't do this job, it's awful. Why can't you be with children and life? It's too much death for you. There
is a lot of dying in it, I must confess, and I am willing to bet that actually probably because of where you are based, then you are going to come across probably more death than lovely joyful stories.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, death is the one certainty that we have.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And so it's I think, reading your book and seeing the different ways that people deal with it. The lady who didn't want her family with her nearly broke my heart when I read that, because I just thought, how can you not want your family with you? But she had a very specific reasons. And I'm guessing the big thing about you is that you cannot judge anybody or any situation because it's theirs.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And the older I get, I realise the more complex life is, and that you can't judge anybody or anything. And
but you can't even try to guide them. So you couldn't even suggest to the lady particularly, as she had a big impact on me, but you couldn't even persuade her or, you know, and go, oh, come on, just let's have your husband in or anything. You allowed her to do what she wanted to do.
And they didn't want to be with her either.
Really? Oh my word, really?
No.
And you're in the middle?
Yeah, but I was there, and that's the... So, you know, you can stand where other people can't, and that is the God-given gift.